Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years.
One of the things that I hear a lot, three basic objections from potential clients or potential associates is one, this is a pyramid. Two, it's too expensive. And three, I don't have the time. The one that I most commonly see personally is the pyramid. And I think it's maybe my generation, but
it was part of my generation
I think
too.
the generation, for sure. The younger ones don't ask that.
For me, when someone says, is it one of those pyramid deals?
Yeah.
Often my response to them, what's a pyramid deal to you?
Yeah, like what is the definition?
That's the point. You see, often people will repeat what they heard from someone and they have absolutely no idea what that means. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, for me a pyramid is the strongest foundation to humanity because of the structure. Mm-hmm. Now, let's go back to the reasoning behind it. Often people look at a pyramid as, well, the people at the top make all the money and the people at the bottom, which are the masses, don't make any money. Mm-hmm. Or some people will think, well, it's illegal, right? It's an education process. Yeah. So the thing is, you need to understand that when someone says, is it like one of those pyramid, it's embedded into an emotional response. Mm-hmm. So even if you explain and it makes sense, they may not respond right away. So you have to be patient. But still, the answer is there. For me, a pyramid, when I ask a person, what's a pyramid to you, they will give me their definition. Like people that taught me, whatever it is. Because I need to understand what is going on in their mind when they say that question.
Exactly.
So I can respond according to what is the challenge, what's the objection. Because for me, I will tell them a pyramid is the strongest foundation to humanity.
I think when they say pyramid is that you're paying, but you're not receiving. So what is an illegal pyramid?
Well, a legal pyramid, it's an exchange of money without having a service or a product rendered in exchange. Mm-hmm. That's illegal. And one of the reasons it's also illegal is because in this country, as you work, you pay taxes. Well, in Max International, we get paid. I pay taxes. It's just the way the system works. Mm-hmm. And it's important that companies are registered. When people buy a product, there is the tax in your country that are imposed. And so all the regulations are addressed. And then the product gets exchanged for. In other words, we're in business.
Yeah, and you're receiving a product when you pay for it.
Exactly. And exchange.
Just like any other.
Yeah, it's just like you go to the store, you're buying a product, you're paying your taxes. Well, it's the same thing, and it's all embedded within the system as you process the transaction. So that's legal. So, but an illegal would be when, hey, come in and give me $5,000. We can let go of the example. The point here is an exchange of money without any service rendered. And this is a problem because it could actually damage the economy in a country. Imagine if everybody starts exchanging money, nothing's being produced, nothing's done. Imagine the entire country doing that. Mm-hmm. I mean, the country would bankrupt. Yeah. So that's why that there has to be some control so we can function as a society.
So folks, Max International is not.
It's not a legal pyramid deal. That's the thing, and that's the answer to that question. Often, when it comes to time and money, it's really relative to where the person is in their situation. So often, I will ask them, and that's why I mentioned earlier, what are their goals? What do you want to achieve? In some cases, they just want to have a new car, because they want to get out of this car that breaks down every month. And in some cases, they'd like to move into a different neighborhood where they feel where their kids and their family could be in a safer environment, or they pay their mortgage, or whatever the situation may be, just having a certain level of comfort. So based on that, then I have an idea of the kind of investment that might be involved, because in some cases, I mentioned earlier, some people are looking to make an extra, a couple $1,000s a month. In some cases, it could be a whole lot more than that, and get a better understanding. So once this is addressed, and they say, I don't have time, I don't have the money, one of the questions I will often ask is, well, how long do you want to be in that situation?
Yeah.
Because we can teach you how to make time. And to find the money is really relative. I'm not saying that there's no sacrifices that needs to be made, because you may have to change where the money is being focused on right now to redirect it to start that new business, to be able to change your life. So again, it's all relative to the need, and I know you can expand on that.
Yeah, you're not mortgaging the farm. It's the packages will vary between a couple $100s to $1,000, depending on what kind of investment you want to make and how many products you want to get in people's hands to get the results of building a customer base or a business partner associate base. So yeah, it's and when it comes to the time, you just got to make the time. I remember when I first started, and I know you can't just say make the time, but I remember when I first looked at the industry, I was going through a separation. I had 2 kids. He was never around. I was kind of that mom and dad. I had a business to run, and then here's the industry coming into my lap. So time was a big thing for me. But I also wanted to make money. But the biggest thing was to be home with my kids. That's what got me into the industry.
Absolutely, yeah.
That was my thing, and I decided to go for it. And within a year, I sold my company. I'm now working from home, watching my kids come off the bus, making homemade cookies. It was like, wow, this is a great lifestyle change, and we just built it up from there.